Hello, welcome to yet another Christmas chocolate redesign video. If you didn't see my last one, I redesigned Quality Street. I will leave that on screen and in the description. And today, as you can tell from the title, we are going to have a go at redesigning the Cadbury Roses tub of chocolates. Again, they did have a tin version, which is a little bit more like retro, vintage style. It's actually really cute. And then there's this one. So I went for this plastic tub because, again, this is what reminds me of roses the most. Have to admit though, I have been eating them and I don't think there's actually any chocolates in here that I don't like anymore. Mainly because it's been in my office for a week and I can't resist. So yeah, what is your favourite roses? I really like, oh my god, there's one. I like the Golden Barrel. What's your fave? Let me know. So let's switch over to my screen and get designing. All right, so on my screen I have, if I just zoom out, I have some artboards and let's go from left to right. So firstly, we have some ideas. So as always, I've gone to Pinterest to sort of find some inspiration. There are some images on here that were on here previously and I've adapted them. Don't think I like that one actually, let's get rid. So I'm thinking this time I want it to be quite like line art style. So I really liked this one, but I felt last time when I did the Quality Street it didn't suit it. So I want to do something like that. I think, like you can see here, this is a Christmas card. I'd do like line art with the words, and again like have it in gold foil possibly with the purple and the blue background for roses. Again, some nice simple like flourishes, let's say. So yeah, that's the sort of vibe I'm hoping to go for. And this time I have downloaded some assets and sort of got things ready. So in terms of the logo, I actually really like it. This is the tub of roses that I have in front of me and I really enjoy this logo. I was looking online here and you can see that their logo has been quite different. There's this one which looks like a ribbon. There's been some quite blocky ones. Yeah, like this one's got little dashes in it, if you can see that. Really rubbish photo. Like this one, look, it's quite elaborate, this one. So yeah, I feel like they've had quite a lot of changes with the Roses logo. But I actually love the current one. I feel like this is the kind of logo I'd probably end up designing, so I'm gonna keep it. So what I did was I image traced that. It's not very neat, but that was the neatest photo I could get. I've also image traced the little royal seal of approval thing that's at the top. I've got a rough idea of the gold colour, and then I've got the Cadbury logo too. And we all know I'm a Cadbury's girl, so I'm very happy about this. Hence why I've eaten half the box. So let's first of all make a circle and put it in the centre of this artboard. So, I still have it on this. I want it the blue. It'd be, again, very rude for me to do something other than the blue. So I'm going to keep it at that. And then we shall go from here, I guess. I'm going to lock this colour here. In fact, I'll make it a little bit bigger. I'm going to lock the layer so I don't accidentally move it. And then we can sort of work from here. So first up, let's put the logo in there. That's the main thing. I'm going to change it to white, bring it in front, and we've got the Roses logo. And again, I'm going to keep the purple. You can't change Cadbury's purple. I'm too loyal to a Cadbury's purple. However, I'm going to, I think, similarly to the Quality Street one, I'm going to use like a banner. Whether it goes across the whole tin or not, I'm not sure, but we'll suss that out as we go through. Oh hey, if you are enjoying this video, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join my little creative family. So I'm thinking Cadbury's purple, of course. I want to object, envelope, distort, make with warp, and thinking rise, but a little bit more dramatic than the previous one. Because, I mean, looking at all these other examples that I have, there's a lot of banners involved. I quite like this one. In fact, I might do something like this where it's sort of a little bit skew. So let's try that again. Let's draw a rectangle, pick up the purple and send it backwards. And I'm going to skew with the edges. See, if I do this, that means I have to skew with the logo, which is kind of, I don't really want to. We'll see how this looks. I might end up changing it, but it's all about experimenting here. That's what we're here for. See, if I did this now, like I image traced this logo and these letters are actually like supposed to be like sharp corners rather than the smooth ones, but I tried for so long to try and image trace it, but there wasn't any, I think it must be quite a new logo. There wasn't that many versions of it online. I couldn't really find one, so we'll just have to deal with this. So maybe I could do it like that, and then we'll put the little floral elements around the outside. I do want a stroke around it. I quite like that there's like the gold stroke. So you see this stroke around here. I'm thinking of using that on the edges. I'm not quite sure if this gold colour that I've made is the perfect gold. I can go back and change that, but I tried to pick it up. Alright, I don't hate it. That's my motto, isn't it? I don't hate it. Let's carry on. I actually went on to Envato. I mention Envato in pretty much every one of these videos because I use their elements a lot. This is not sponsored. I just love them. There is a link to them in the description. And on there, I've downloaded a bunch of different elements. So I tried to find line art roses. Of course, I could draw these. However, I'm not the best at drawing flowers, and that's just going to take a lot of time. So I thought, let's cut this long story short and do it like this. So there's a few different elements that I like from each of these. Like, I quite enjoy these leaves. There's the smaller flowers, although obviously because it is roses, I want to use mainly roses. So I'm going to combine a few different ones that I found. Let's zoom in. There's this one. Really love this rose here. I think that's the only rose in this, isn't it? Yeah, so I'm going to pinch that straight away. I want you on my artboard. I'm going to put them all down here to begin with, or over here. We'll figure it out as we move forward. So we have the rose. Let's pick some things from this one that I like. I quite like these sort of swirl elements, leaves, and I'm going to hopefully try and build them all up a little bit like a jigsaw. That's what the plan is in my head. As always, it might not turn out as I think it will, but it'll be fun to watch either way, or at least I hope it will. If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you aren't already, join my little Alice's Army family. As I'm filming this, I'm currently 400 subscribers away from the big 100,000, so kind of freaking out. I just can't. I'm very excited about it. So yeah, if you aren't already subscribed, make sure you press that red button and subscribe. We have these elements. Let's just change the size a little bit and we can rearrange and sort these out properly. Okay, so we've got things from that one. Let's look at this one. So again, another floral set, found it on Envato, and I'm hoping there's some roses on here. There's some quite basic ones which actually look quite similar to the ones that they're using currently on their packaging. So let's pinch a couple of those. These aren't grouped, that's annoying. So again, I'm going to pick up some little leaves, copy them over, and I've actually never created anything of this style. I usually do quite blocky graphical things, as you probably know if you've watched a couple of my videos, but I thought we could try something new. And like I said, it might not go to plan, but it's all about experimenting. Then I have these. I'm not sure how well these will work, but they look cute when I saw them on the website. However, there isn't any roses on there, so I'll leave that open for now, but we might not use it. And then finally we have this one, which again look quite cute, and we've got some more flourishes. Ooh, there's some roses on here. Let's ungroup this so I can grab them. So first of all, I am going to put in the roses because that's the main element. I'm going to stick to those colours because I don't want to play around with that. I recognise roses for that reason, so we're going to stick to the colours. And I do actually really enjoy the roses that they've used. I just want to add something more to them. I don't know how this will fit or if it will fit at all, but we'll just give it a go. So I've got the choice, I guess, between this rose, which is more detailed, and then this one, which is more blocky. I think if I'm going for something that looks quite ornate, I'm probably better off going with detailed, which again goes completely against what I usually like to do, but we're going to give this a go. So I'm going to put that one there. I think I'm going to add blocky colours later on. So for now, we'll just sort of place things and see how it goes. Then I'm going to duplicate this one. So copy, paste. I'm going to flip it. So transform, reflect. Okay, so now it's the opposite way round, and I'm going to rotate it. Again, in an ideal world, I would completely do this from scratch and each rose would be different, but just for the purpose of this video and for the speed, we'll do it like this for now, and I think that's okay. So again, I'm going to place them in a similar spot I'm all for praising the design team at Cadbury's because I just love Cadbury's, okay? I can't help it. And then maybe this one, I feel like this one's, I've made it bigger, might be a little bit too blocky again. Yeah, that's the trouble. How will that look, do you think? I think this might be okay. Let's image trace this. Let's remove the white, expand, and then resize. So I've ended up with a different rose, so that's okay. And then I'm just going to get rid of the stem and the petals, and I can join that at the bottom back together because I've got a bit of a dead end here. And we can just delete these anchor points from the stem because I don't want that bit anymore. There we go. I feel like they sort of work together. So we're going to rejig that. And actually, I'm going to put this one down here. So I am switching things up a little bit. And again, maybe I'll either rotate it. No, I won't rotate. I want to transform. I want to reflect and have it the other way around. Yeah, I like that. All right, so again, sort of mirroring the design that already is there, I want some leaves because I want to include that green element. However, I haven't actually copied any big leaves over other than this. So we have that first leaf. I'm going to duplicate that, move it over. And again, I want to get rid of the stem. So I'm just going to use the eraser tool. Then I'm going to use this leaf on this side, like so. And then I think I'm going to move the whole thing down just a tad because it looks a little bit off balance. We need to not forget about the Cadbury's logo. I'm going to put that in now before I forget. Oh, in fact, I'm probably going to end up moving that leaf, aren't I? Because it's right where the Cadbury's logo is going to sit. So I'm just going to resize, move you out of the way for a second. And I want this to be that gold shade I've made up. I think that looks Cadbury-like. I do realise after I film this video I'm going to want to inhale a whole box of roses all over again. Honestly, I can't control myself. It gets to the point where I like look down and there's that many wrappers there. I'm like, oops. It's Christmas, let's enjoy ourselves. Cute, happy with that. Then I'm going to add the royal seal of approval. And again, it wants to be in the gold shade. So we've got the royal seal of approval and I'm going to put this on the blue of the tin. Although I don't like the white part of this, so let's just lower the opacity of that a little bit. Now that is not how I wanted it to look. What are you doing? Get rid of the outlines. Maybe I'll just keep that as a flat gold colour for now because it doesn't look like it wants to work. Yeah, okay, I'll leave that in one solid gold shade just because it kind of doesn't show up very well. Okay, and then it says a gift picked for you, which I again do really like. So let's nudge up the Roses logo, get the text tool and write a gift picked for you. And then I want it a little bit bigger. I want it all in capitals. I want it in the gold shade. I'll do it as the block gold shade for now, and then we'll put it in the sort of gradient one. Lower the size. And I'm going to create outlines so I can turn it into a compound path and then use that gold gradient again, like so. Cute, I like that. All right, so I am going to add a little bit of colour to the roses and possibly the leaves. Let's combine these leaves together. I feel like it needs a leaf here. You know what, I don't like that leaf. I prefer these little ones. So I am now going to have a go at adding some colours to these roses. I think I'm going to do it a little bit skew with, so I'm going to fast forward this because it's going to take me a while, but you'll be able to see what I get up to as I do it. Okay, so I think I've sorted out the colours. At the minute it does look pretty similar to the existing design, but I quite like that. I didn't want to take it too far away from that design. However, I'm now going to fill in around those flowers with some of these little flourishes, or at least that's the plan. And also I'm going to add a little darker circle around the outside because I just want to, and I think it'll look cute. So let's go to the layers panel. Let's unlock that circle, copy, paste in front, and then do it like that. So drag it down, and I want the back circle to be just a tad darker, because like it is on this tin, it's like a little ridge, so we want that to show up. All right, and now I've done that, I'm going to lock those 2 layers again. Okay, cool. So I added a leaf, I nudged it around a little bit. Let's just go from here. So I am going to incorporate some of these patterns, then we will just sort of see what it looks like, I guess, and then go from there. I really like this one where it joins together, so I definitely want to include this up here somewhere. Could be quite nice to frame the seal of approval. Is it like a royal seal of approval? I wonder what these are called. I'm not sure. And actually, before I go any further, I'm going to put these all on a separate layer. So I'm going to cut, I'm going to go into the layers panel, and I'm going to create a new layer just so I can control them all separately, because eventually I want them all to be in white, I think. Yeah, we'll do it like that. So I'm going to just time lapse this. I'm going to add in a bunch of different elements, and we will see how it looks at the end. Hopefully, like I said, it works on paper as it does in my brain. Okay, so it looks incredibly weird right now. I'm not gonna lie, I've been staring at it like, do I like it? I'm not quite sure, but I think I can save it. I think. So what I'm gonna do, first of all, I'm gonna create a clipping mask and clip out the extra bits. So I'm gonna copy this lighter blue layer and I'm gonna paste it into the front like that. And I want to highlight everything in that layer, all the little flourishes, and I'm going to create a clipping mask. So now if I line that up correctly, that's sort of cut out from there. Now I want the roses to be in front. As you can see here, there are some of the elements that are overlapping, so I'm going to highlight all of these. Basically all this main element here, so the logo, the Cadbury's logo, the words, I think that's everything. I'm going to cut that and create a new layer. Probably should have done this in the beginning, but I will. And paste. So now that is in front of everything else. So the plan is for this layer number 2 with all the white parts in it, I think I'm going to do it like a dark blue shade. Originally I was thinking gold, but that would be way too much. Or I do have the option of having it like a pale white. So if I activate all those layers and change the opacity, see what sort of happens, like it adds a bit of a texture in the background. So there's that option, or I'm going to copy that, putting it all in black and then having them as like a dark blue. I don't know if I like this, you know, the more I'm looking at it, the more unsure I am. You see, like change it to black, lower the opacity. I don't love it. I don't know what else to do though. Do you kind of see what I'm going for? This is harder than I thought, you know. I feel like this isn't going to plan. I quite like the arrangement of the elements in this bit, but this bit's quite gappy. I think I need a bit here. Alright, for now I'm going to go and do the outside part, and I think I'm going to use a similar technique as to what I did in the Quality Street one. So I'm going to use a ribbon and I'm going to add in the roses and then probably leave it at that, I think. So let's get going on that one. Okay, so I've just copied over the ribbon from my last video. I'm going to get rid of these stars. See, I do like the ribbon idea, you know. On the current tin, it's very simple and it's just got the same sort of emblem thing as before. Like, that's literally it. And also, it doesn't have any of the actual sweets on there. Sometimes, obviously, they have pictures of the chocolates themselves, but Roses haven't done that. So I am going to, I want this same style. And you know what? I'm going to use a ribbon. I'm not going to use this same bow again. I don't think that's needed. I'm gonna keep the gradient around the outside, and then I'm gonna just adapt these roses. So I'm gonna group you, just make sure I've got all the elements grouped, ready to go. And I'm gonna drag these down, duplicate them all, and then I think I'll rearrange them. This bit's really annoying me. I haven't laid out these bits very well. I quite like this one, but there's like loads of spaces in there. I'll see if I can fix that. So I'm thinking, so as the other one was tied with a bow, could possibly do this as if it's tied with the roses themselves. They look quite cute in a little bouquet together, and then we could copy over, I suppose this could go on one bit and you could like alternate it. You could do the bunch of flowers and then the logo, bunch of flowers, logo, and then any like nutritional information, any of that kind of stuff. And then we'd have that like that, and then add, well, probably make all of it a little bit smaller actually, so it fits in like that. I quite like that. And then, like I said, you'd like repeat the roses all the way around, so I could pinch these again, let's group them, and then as if it's wrapping round, it would start to repeat again. I really like that actually. I think that's quite cute. Maybe that's a different way I could have done this, like add just all the roses together at the top. So I think I like that design. I'm going to tweak the little flourishes at the bottom, and then we'll see sort of how that looks. Again, I've never really tried anything like this, and I think maybe it's not my forte, maybe I need some practice. I'm not sure, I don't love it, but we'll see what it looks like as a mock-up. So I think I'm okay with this design. As you can see, I've done a mock-up where it's got the lid on top, and you can kind of see the ribbon around the outside. I really like how the roses sort of clustered together looks. I feel like that looks really nice and works quite well. I did try and do the cluster on the top of the tub too, but it didn't quite look okay, so I sort of skipped that idea and just stuck to my initial one. And then also this one where you can see the lid a little bit clearer. I think it actually looks okay. I think, like I said, I'm not quite sure on like the embellishments. Maybe it's because I'm so used to doing things really simplistic, or I actually need to work on creating patterns and stuff like that aren't just like loads of random bits blobbed together. Maybe it needs to sort of connect. I don't know. Let me know what you think of this. I hope you enjoyed another festive video. Thank you very much for watching until the end, and I'll see you next time for the next video. Bye!